Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, May 8, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. San Francisco Giants vs St. Louis Cardinals. Our team pick is San Francisco Giants money line, and here is why. The St. Louis Cardinals are off to a solid start in 2022 as they sit in second place in the NL Central and have gone 7-3 in their last 10 games. The Cardinals came west and took the first 2 games of the series in SF before dropping a game on Saturday. Cardinals starter Steven Matt struggled from the outset, going just 2 innings and allowing 5 hits and 8 runs. He walked 3 batters as well and allowed 3 home runs in the short stint. This was the first time in 4 games that the Cardinals had allowed more than 2 runs in a game and falling 13-7 to the Giants. St. Louis is now 16-11 overall and 9-6 on the road. The Giants returned to form on Saturday with a big win after suffering through 5 straight losses. The 5 losses dropped the Giants into 4th place in the highly competitive NL West division. Despite the win on Saturday night, SF ace Logan Webb continued a disturbing trend of giving up more hits than innings pitched. For the 3rd straight outing, Webb was hit fairly hard, and he hasn't looked like the pitcher that went nearly a full calendar year without a loss since his 8-inning 2-hit stint against San Diego on April 13th. The Giants' offense picked up the slack in this one, scoring 4 runs in each of the first 2 innings on their way to 13 runs on 11 hits, including 3 home runs, and working Cardinals pitching for 8 walks. San Francisco will need to regain their form and will have to do it on the road as they wrap up a disappointing homestand on Sunday. The Giants come into Sunday's game with a 2-7 record in this 10-game homestand. The pitching has failed them as they've given up nearly 6 runs per game during this homestand. On Sunday, the Giants turn to Rodon to turn around their fortunes. Rodon might be the best person for the job. So far this season, Rodon has pitched 29 innings and allowed just 14 hits while giving up just 5 earned runs. The Giants are just 3-2 in his starts as the offense has supported Rodon with just 3.8 runs per game. He has won 1 at home this season while allowing just 6 hits and 2 runs in 2 games. Despite it just being May, this almost feels like a must-win game for the Giants. They have won just 2 games in this 13-game homestand. They are sending their hottest pitcher to the mound and are falling behind the red-hot Dodgers and Padres. Rodon has been extremely efficient this season, both in innings pitched and runs allowed this year. You can almost pencil Rodon in for 6+ innings and 2 or less runs in this start. Hudson has pitched well this year, but the Cardinals have been living on the edge with the amount of balls that are put in play versus their staff. They have one of the lowest strikeout rates in baseball and will be battling a Giants lineup that is 11th in hits per game. I expect a relatively close game, but one that Rodon pulls out with his ability to keep the ball out of play in relation to Hudson. Our total pick is over the total. And here is why. On paper, Saturday's game looked like it was going to be all about the pitching. The Cardinals jumped out to an early start, getting a run in the first against Giants ace Logan Webb. The Giants responded with 4 runs of their own in the bottom of the first and tacked on 4 more in the bottom of the second. St. Louis refused to give in, cutting the deficit to 9-7 with 3 runs in the top of the 7th, but San Francisco's bats were relentless and they kept piling on to win the game, going away 13-7. The loss was certainly less painful for St. Louis given their victories in the first 2 games of the series, highlighted by their impressive effort on Friday night when they managed to scratch out the winning run off closer Camilo Doval after giving away a 2-0 lead due to the poor bullpen management of Oliver Marmol. Dakota Hudson gets the call for the final game of the series. Hudson is off to a solid start in 2022 and is trying to prove that all the potential is for real. Hudson has a 3.16 ERA over his first 5 starts, but his underlying stats give some cause for concern. He has a 4.71 FIP, suggesting some of his early success has been lucky, and while he has never been a big strikeout guy, a 17.3% strikeout rate combined with a 10.6% BB rate isn't exactly what we're looking for from a middle-of-the-rotation starter. In addition, 3 of Hudson's 5 starts have come against the Royals and Reds, 2 of the 3 worst defenses in baseball thus far. The Giants sent their ace Logan Webb to the mound on Saturday to end their 5-game losing streak, and while he got the job done, it probably wasn't exactly what Gabe Kapler expected. Webb gave up a run in the first and 2 more in the second, and rather than a typically dominant performance, Webb grinded out 5 innings of 4-run ball while getting knocked around for 8 hits and walking 2. His 7 strikeouts helped to minimize the damage, and his offense provided enough firepower behind him to make his gritty effort stand up. The win was the Giants' first since the last time Webb took the mound, and in total he got the start in 3 of their last 5 victories. Unfortunately for the Giants, Webb cannot pitch every day, so they will send Jacob Junis to the bump for Sunday afternoon's tilt. Junis was a depth option after signing a 1-year deal in the offseason, but he has performed admirably since being pressed into service by the injury to Anthony Desclafini. Junis has not allowed a run in his 2 stints as a bulk guy, each time coming in after an opener to throw 5 shutout innings. He allowed just 7 hits and 1 walk over those 10 innings, and his impressive outings have earned him the chance to work as a traditional starting pitcher on Sunday afternoon. New York Yankees vs Texas Rangers. Our team pick is New York Yankees minus 1.5 runs, and here is why. Texas is averaging 4.33 runs per game. Their .224 batting average is 23rd in the league. Their .293 on-base percentage is 24th, while their .340 slugging percentage is 25th. Nathaniel Lowe leads the Rangers with a .293 batting average. Corey Seager leads the team with 4 home runs, while Atlas Garcia leads the team with 18 RBI. Texas's pitching isn't very good, with the team giving up 4.46 runs per game. Opponents have a .235 batting average against the Rangers, which is 17th in the league. Their 4.23 ERA is 25th, while their 1.30 WHIP is 22nd. In his last start, Dunning gave up 4 hits and 1 run in 7.2 innings, leading to a 3-1 win over Atlanta. They will need a similar effort from him if they want to win this game. New York is averaging 4.76 runs per game. Their .248 batting average is 5th in the league. Their .323 on-base percentage is 4th, while their .424 slugging percentage is 2nd. Isaiah Kiner Falefa leads the Yankees with a .295 batting average, while Anthony Rizzo leads the team with 9 home runs and 21 RBI. New York's pitching has also been good, with the team giving up 2.80 runs per game. Opponents have a .220 batting average against the Yankees, which is 8th in the league. Their 2.60 ERA is 2nd, while their 1.15 WHIP is 9th. In his last start, Montgomery gave up 6 hits and 2 runs in 5 innings, leading to a 3-2 win over Toronto. They will need another solid start from him if they want to get the win. The Yankees have won 11 of their last 12 games and 8 of their last 9 home games. They have been on a roll offensively, scoring 19 runs in their last 4 games. They've also had a lot of success against right-handers. Even though Dunning has done a good job on the mound for the Rangers, he hasn't been as efficient on the road, giving up 6 runs in 2 starts. He also struggled in his last start at Yankee Stadium, giving up 2 runs in 2.2 innings, and will have a hard time slowing them down in this game. The Rangers are also playing well at the moment, but they struggled in recent road games, scoring only 8 runs in their 3 games away from home. Even though they've done well against left-handers, they will struggle in this game because Montgomery has done a great job on the mound for the Yankees, giving up 5 runs in his last 4 starts. He gave up 4 runs in 2 starts against the Rangers and will keep their offense in check once again, so go with New York to win big here. Our total pick is over the total. Starting for the Rangers will be Glenn Otto. On the season, he has an overall record of 1-0. Currently, Otto's ERA is 2.89. Opponents have had a tough time against the right-hander as they are batting just 0.176 against him. Through 9.1 innings of work, Otto has a per 9 home runs allowed figure of 1. Compared to other pitchers, he has a strikeout percentage of 27.0%, placing him in the MLB average. Coming into the game, Glenn Otto has a walk rate of 8.0% and a per 9 average of 2.89. Making the start for New York is Jared Cole. So far, Cole has a record of 2-0. Currently, Cole's ERA is 3.0. On the season, he has held opposing hitters to a batting average of just 0.205. In his 24.0 innings of work, Cole has given up 3 home runs. Overall, Cole has notched 27 strikeouts. In his outings, Jared Cole is putting batteries on through walks at an alarming rate, averaging 3.75 walks per 9 innings. Entering today's action, New York features the 3rd-ranked scoring unit, averaging 4.76 runs per game. As a team, the Yankees are batting a healthy 0.248, placing them 5th in the league. This includes batting 0.221 over their last 3 games. The team's lineup is also hitting for power at an above-average rate, averaging 1.40 home runs per game. First, New York's offense has done a good job getting on base, ranking 4th with an OBP of 0.323. Chicago Cubs vs Los Angeles Dodgers. Our team pick is Los Angeles Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. Friday night's contest was postponed due to rain as the teams played a doubleheader on Saturday. Los Angeles blanked Chicago in the opener as Clayton Kershaw, 4-0, tossed 7 shutout innings. Kershaw has now gone 30 innings, allowing 6 earned runs to post a 1.80 ERA. Starting pitching has always been the foundation of the Dodgers, and it is the key to this club's success this season. Los Angeles starters have a 1.79 ERA and a 0.96 whip, going 13-2. They have walked only 34 batters, while striking out 118 in 125.2 innings. Right-hander Walker Buehler will get the start on Sunday. The right-hander is 3-1 with a 2.12 ERA in 5 starts. Buehler has been spectacular over his last 2 starts, allowing no runs in 15 innings, striking out 15, while walking just 1. The right-hander has gone more than 5.2 innings in only 1 of his 5 starts, so the bullpen is the key for Los Angeles. They have a great one, posting the 3rd best ERA in baseball at 2.59 and having a 0.90 whip. The Dodgers bullpen has walked 21 in 87.0 innings, while striking out 96. The Dodgers are not all about pitching. They are first in runs per game, 5.12, and 7th in ops, .721. Cody Bellinger and Mookie Betts are tied for the team lead with 4 home runs. Freddie Freeman has been everything the team desired when they acquired him, hitting .315 with a .402 on-base percentage. Right-hander Marcus Stroman will get the start for Chicago. The numbers are not pretty for Stroman, going 1-3 with a 5.13 ERA in 5 starts. He got off to a rocky start this season, allowing 13 earned runs through his first 13.1 innings. However, he has been on a roll over his last 2 outings, allowing 2 earned runs in 13.0 innings combined. He tossed 7 shutout innings in his last outing against Milwaukee. Chicago will still need a little help from their bullpen, and they have a solid group, 12th in the league with a 3.36 ERA. The bullpen has a 1.19 whip, striking out 125 in 107.0 innings pitched. David Robertson has been fantastic out of the bullpen, posting a 0.00 ERA in 11 innings pitched. He has given up just 1 hit while walking 5 and has struck out 16. Robertson has a 0.55 whip and a .029 opponent batting average. When the spread is finally provided for this game, you still want to go with Los Angeles. No doubt that the performance of Stroman of late will give Chicago a bit of confidence entering this contest. However, Los Angeles is dominating opponents of late, winning each of their last 4 games by at least 2 runs, including the last 2 by at least 7. Chicago is struggling to score runs of late. Over their last 4 games, they have been held to 6 runs. Stroman may be pitching well, but he is not going to shut down this Dodgers club. Buehler should have a lot of success against this Cubs lineup, and that should give the Dodgers a victory by at least 3 runs. Our total pick is, the Dodgers beat the Cubs in a doubleheader on Saturday, outscoring them 13-2. In the first game Clayton Kershaw was dominant in a 7-0 win, and in the second game LA got solid pitching and clutch hitting in a 6-2 win. In Game 1 Justin Turner and Austin Barnes combined for 5 RBI, and in Game 2 Mookie Betts had 2 hits, including a HR, and had 5 RBI. Walker Buehler, 3-1 2.12 ERA 1.11 whip, takes the hill for this series finale, and in his last start he tossed 5 scoreless innings and gave up 6 hits in a 6-3 win over the Detroit Tigers. This was after his best start of the season in the previous one, where he pitched a complete game shutout and struck out 10 batters in a 4-0 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Dodgers have won 4 of Buehler's 5 starts. He has not given up any runs in his last 2 starts and has not given up more than 3 runs in any start. LA lost both of his starts last season facing the Cubs, where he totaled 12 innings and gave up 5 runs. The Cubs only ranked 21st in the majors in runs scored, and in losing their last 4 games they have only totaled 6 runs. After getting shut out in the first game of the Saturday doubleheader, they only scored 2 runs in the second game, where Wilson Contreras and Ian Happ each had an RBI. Seiya Suzuki and Patrick Wisdom are tied for the team lead with 15 RBI, and Suzuki only has 3 hits and 1 RBI over the last 7 games, and Wisdom was 0 for 7 in the doubleheader after 2 HR and 2 RBI over the previous 3 games. On the season, Chicago has the second worst home record, 4-10, in the majors. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.